Welcome to the Superkick podcast. I'm your host, Ringside P. Hope you guys had a great week. Let's get into the recap from this past week from New Year's Day 1 and New Year's Revolution. I'm going to usually I'll start off with Raw because Raw, starts Monday and then go into Smackdown. But since Raw had the bigger matches and the bigger event and bigger headlines, I'm going to kick off with Smackdown and lead up to Raw. So let's get into it then. Finally, Jimmy Uso has merchandise. He finally has the No Yeet shirt, which I feel like has been long overdue. I don't know why they haven't put it out sooner, especially to kind of go along and rival Jey Uso's Yeet shirt. They should have both debut at the same time, or roughly when Jimmy started saying No Yeet. I feel like it's might be a little too late. They can't fully capitalize on merchandise sales, but I went ahead and bought mine already, and hopefully it should come. I'm thinking like next week on the 17th or something like that. So I can't wait to get that and show that off. But after that, what else we got? So we had some other big matches. We had some title matches on the card for SmackDown. We had Io Sky versus Michin, which was a pretty solid match. So even though Michin didn't win, and I was surprised that Damage Control didn't interfere, which I was kind of hoping that they would have interfered just to not kind of put Michin down and kind of still make it seem like she's a viable contender, even though she did phenomenal in the match. And like I said, the match itself was a pretty good match. I am looking forward, hopefully, to seeing more matches with Michin on TV and whatnot. And still, I want to see more of Zelina Vega. Like, these are two women superstars that I feel don't get enough TV time, and they have the capability to put on great matches when they're in the ring, and the talent that should be used more frequently. And yeah, so I'm hoping to see more of that. More Michin coming soon. We also had the finals for the U.S. title tournament. It was Kevin Owens versus Santos Escobar, and I figured that Santos was going to lose only because Logan Paul is a heel, and you really can't have two heels versus each other at a main pay-per-view like that, like Royal Rumble. So, and I think, Kevin Owens is a better matchup for Logan Paul, especially on the microphone or whatnot. Kevin Owens is undeniably one of the best talents on the microphone in the WWE and probably all sports entertainment. And so he can kind of help Logan Paul do promos or whatnot. I just need Logan Paul just kind of play it as like it's a dance. A lot of times he oversteps the superstar when he's on the microphone, and it kind of doesn't land like the punchline like properly. Like I feel like it should be landed. Like it's like telling jokes in a sense, you kind of got to do like a setup and then land your punchline. So I'm going to predict that Kevin Owens is going to probably be, most likely he should be beating Logan Paul at the Royal Rumble to once again becoming the United States champion and be able to defend the title more. So yeah, so we got Kevin Owens winning at the Royal Rumble, and we look forward to that. It's looking like 2024 is going to be a year of the stables factions. We still need a name for Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, and I'm still looking for an actual direction for the three of them. Maybe a couple months ago, they kind of was going in the way of from them to be heels, and now they seem to be faces. And they had like a little promo segment on Friday, and it was interrupted by Karrion Kross and the return of AOP, which we haven't seen in a while. And it was like they're going to be their own stable, and those three guys as heels, what they always have been. I look forward to that. Sadly, it just seems like Bobby Lashley and Street Profits just don't have a direction, really. The promo I felt like wasn't the best and wasn't the most solid, and Karrion Kross and AOP interrupting them was much needed to kind of progress that time slot right there. But I don't see Bobby Lashley and Street Profits prevailing over Karrion Kross and the AOP, whatever their name's going to be, probably like Doomsday or something like that. which is, kind of goes along with the whole Karrion Crosses and the hourglass and whatnot and Doomsday. But it's pretty dope to see, and I hope they might start doing more stables in 2024. But give them names and give them like dope entrances. Because even like watching Bobby Lashley and Street Profits come out, they're still trying to get the timing right for the entrance. And it seems like at times they don't know what to do with their hands, like Ricky Bobby. But I mean, I still enjoy them, and hopefully WWE has something solid for them coming up this year. And like I had predicted a few weeks ago, we got that Fatal 4-Way coming up at Royal Rumble. Friday we had that triple threat match between LA Knight, AJ Styles, and Randy Orton, and it was a real good match, But I don't think anyone wanted to see either one of those superstars 1-on-1 versus Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. I don't think that would be the best match for them to have. But the Bloodline interfered, and now we got a Fatal 4-Way coming up. Like I said. So I think that's the best possible matchup coming out of for Royal Rumble for the WWE Undisputed Universal title. So yeah, we'll see. Well, but we still know that Roman's gonna win that anyway. So yeah. Now on to Monday Night Raw, New Year's Day 1, which I feel like was a overall better show than SmackDown New Year's Revolution. We had Nia versus Becky. Nia once again busted Becky open and actually defeated Becky, which was kind of surprising. I thought Becky was going to win. But maybe this could be trying to set up Nia to be a dominant female heel in conjunction with also Rhea Ripley also being a heel. And maybe this might open a doorway for Jade Cargill to come out and make her Monday Night Raw or main roster appearance and have maybe a Jay versus Nia match. I think any matchup, there's a lot of matches that I think I'm looking forward to see with Jade Cargill versus other WWE superstars, and her versus Nia is definitely one of them. Maybe we might get that pretty soon, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, man. What did you guys think about the Nia versus Becky match? Were you surprised that Nia had won too, or would you think this was kind of on brand or kind of along the way? I don't remember the last time they kind of really been pushing Nia like this and making it seem like dominant, and the irresistible force that the type that they gave her. It's always great to see her wrestle because she's over the top with it, a lot of times with the screaming and the yelling and whatnot. So it's always entertaining to see Nia wrestle. But yeah, what did you guys think about that matchup? So now I'm gonna hop into the superstar who had the super kicks of the week. On SmackDown, Roman had these Jordan 1s on, which was great. It was pretty dope, and I think it's more so dope just because they matched his new hoodie that he had levels above, So the colorway on the Jordans were great, and but I couldn't find them. I saw something that looked similar to him. I'm gonna still keep looking for him and try to see if I can find them and see what the actual name of them are. But the bottom was different than what I saw when I was trying to research. But anyway, I'm gonna have to go with Kofi again. Kofi came out in the Cactus Jacks Jordan 1 mochas, and I was looking at them like, man, like they look familiar because I have some mochas, but they're not the Cactus Jack. And initially I thought there was those were it. When I saw like the inside was the side of the shoe, or the inner end of the shoe. But then I saw the outside and I saw it was the Cactus Jack. So it was like, man, oh man, once again, that's dope that he's wrestling in like Jordans like that. And it also went along with his new ring gear, shorts with the shoes, with the Jordans, in the match. So I'm wondering if this is a new look for Kofi in the meantime until maybe Woods comes back, or if we might ever get the New Day reuniting again. But yeah, man. Once again, Kofi Kingston, the superstar with the super kicks of the week, the Jordan 1 Cactus Jack mochas. I actually have some little display up right now showing you how they look or whatnot. So yeah, what do you guys think? Are you guys a fan of those shoes? Do you think? What do you guys think about wrestlers actually competing in sneakers in general? You know, for such a long time, it's always been like boots or whatnot, and for the last couple of years, it's been a difference. And like I said, I don't mind and I like it. So what do you guys think? One of the final matches for the night was Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. Was a phenomenal match. Like just like I say, the matches alone on Raw were better than the ones on SmackDown. Um, but once again, Seth Rollins prevailed. He's still the champion. We even had Damian Priest, which surprisingly, like I didn't even think that he was. They did a good job of him not showing him, you know, and maybe I kind of forgot about the briefcase, you know, and him in general, because I just got lost into the match itself. But he tried to cash in. He failed to do so. Him and Dom came out. Drew McIntyre gave Damian Priest a Claymore, and then gave Dom a over the belly suplex, you know, belly over the top suplex, and that was, you know, that was that. So now it kind of leads to the question of Damian Priest has until July to cash in. And we got the Royal Rumble, we got Elimination Chamber, and we got WrestleMania. So 3 more major events that he can possibly cash in at. I don't think he's cashing in at the Rumble or Elimination Chamber. But if he cashes in at Mania, man, I'm going to be surprised if he's able to cash in successfully at Mania. And I think he's cashing in for Seth's title. Because I think this right now there's too much going on with Roman and the Bloodline story to try to put Damian Priest in over there. Or, I mean, another option is him to cash in for the Intercontinental Championship. But, I mean, Gunther's a heel and Damian Priest is a heel. So, like I said, I can't see him cashing in to do that. They want to build the Judgment Day to be a dominant heel faction. So, he had to cash in against, you know, like Seth Rollins or something like that going forward. And I just don't know if he's going to be successful to do so. I haven't really seen them pushing him to be the guy to hold the title like that, in my opinion. But what do you guys think? You know, do you think Damian Priest will be successful in cashing in? And when do you guys think he might actually cash in the Money in the Bank contract? And with another failed attempt to win the WWE Heavyweight Championship, what's next for Drew McIntyre? You know, he has the Royal Rumble. I doubt he's going to win the Royal Rumble. Then we got Elimination Chamber coming up, and if I recall correctly, I think last year it was the Raw side that had the Men's Elimination Chamber matchup. So I think this year might be the SmackDown's man version of that. So once again, that kind of cancel out Drew's opportunity to be champion again, unless somehow he pops up on SmackDown. Sometimes I feel like I've been hearing some type of weird rumors about Drew McIntyre possibly going or leaving or whatnot. But, I mean, we'll see. Well, what do you guys think is next for Drew McIntyre in the next couple months and on the road to WrestleMania?
Should The Rock sit at the head of the table?
And our last topic for the evening, I'm sure that you have heard because it's set the wrestling community and social media on fire. Unless you've been living underneath a rock for the past week. The Rock made his return at day one, Monday. Had a segment against Jinder Mahal. Surprised a lot of people. You know, when they mentioned a former WWE champion was going to be appearing Monday, a lot of people were trying to guess and see who it was going to be. I thought possibly it would have been Sasha Banks. But maybe we might get that later on. Maybe Royal Rumble or something like that. But then Jinder Mahal and everyone just sunk, and it was so disappointed. And then Ginger comes out and he's doing a pretty solid promo, and he does insulting the crowd and America and USA and all that. And then you hear that rock, that if you smell. And then the rock comes out and it's electric and goosebumps, and I got goosebumps, and I'm sure so many people got goosebumps when they heard the music, and it was just, and they saw him and he came out and he did his thing, and he hit them with the people's elbow, and then he cut his promo at the end, and he asked San Diego, said, hey, the Rock's gonna come out and he's gonna get something to eat, and should he sit at the booth, or say he sit at the bar, or should the Rock sit at the head of the table? And he said that, and the crowd went crazy, and because it finally, we've been waiting for this mention of the two of them in WWE programming for a while. Like there's been so much tease about it. I remember I seen a clip of on the Young Rock show where there's a young Roman Reigns, and he had mentioned The Rock, and The Rock said this is a WrestleMania type of match, and so you get glimpses of that, and them teasing about it through other forms of media, but this is the first time that it's ever been mentioned in WWE programming on television. So now that leaves a lot of questions to be answered, coming up, especially with WrestleMania season, the road to WrestleMania. Will we get The Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania? And if so, where does it leave Cody Rhodes, for WrestleMania? Because we got so many different superstars looking to finish their story, and Cody Rhodes is one of them. CM Punk has also used the phrase of finishing his story. And that him and Seth Rollins have some tension. And I think people are looking forward to a matchup between Seth and CM Punk, which is a WrestleMania caliber match. But then also, Cody has some, history with Seth Rollins, and Seth hasn't beaten Cody yet. And so you could have that at WrestleMania, but I don't think that is the matchup that the people want, or WWE wants, or even Cody wants. I think that the main title where WWE pushes is the WWE Undisputed Championship, and I think that's the one that Cody wants, is that one. That seems, it makes it seem like that's the main title. But yeah, and now it's like, well, whose story is more important in the grand scheme of everything, and what's gonna benefit WWE more? I think obviously the bigger draw, as far as like money wise, is Roman versus The Rock at WrestleMania, but it is more predictable that way for us, because I think we all know that Roman wouldn't lose the championship to The Rock, because that doesn't help WWE Championship, and a matchup between Cody and Roman again leaves it open for the possibility of Roman losing to Cody. I saw someone had an interesting theory about what if Cody was some type of what if Rock was some type of enforcer at WrestleMania 40, and when people Bloodline trying to interfere or whatnot, Rock stopped that, and this would allow Cody to win, because he didn't have that help last year. And so now, with no belt for Roman, now it still leaves, well, who's the top of the Bloodline? Who's the real head of the table? Who's the top of the Samoan dynasty? And now maybe that can take us to Rock versus Roman at SummerSlam. And now you kind of wonder, well, who will win? Who will go over in that matchup? It's less predictable, But I don't think Roman can lose twice back to back like that. But, and I would rather want it to be The Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania, because that was the matchup that I wanted last year. you know. And I'm still trying to debate whether or not if I'm going to try to get tickets to WrestleMania 40 this year. And that's a big thing for me to try to is seeing if The Rock is going to wrestle Roman Reigns. And that's what I want, you know. Either way, I know the card and the lineup is going to be amazing because WrestleMania cards usually are amazing. But for me, that's a big selling point is seeing if you're going to get The Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania. It is a WrestleMania type of match. It's not like, I know people have mentioned, since we still got the Elimination Chamber coming up, that maybe it can possibly happen there, but I don't think that's the type of pay-per-view or premium live event for that type of match. It is a WrestleMania type of match. So I'm looking forward. I'm hoping that that's what we get coming at WrestleMania 40. And I'm hoping I can try to figure out soon about making my decision about whether or not I'm gonna go to WrestleMania 40. But what do you guys feel is the better matchup? What matchup do you guys want to see at WrestleMania? Do you want to see Cody versus Roman 2? Do you want to see The Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania? Let me know in the comments. And as always, like, subscribe, share, comment below. Tell me your thoughts. Did you enjoy day one? Did you enjoy Revolution? What show do you think was better? Are you guys getting excited for the Rumble coming up? But until next week, I'm trying to be more active on social media and whatnot. Check out some of my reels. Usually I kind of do all my predictions for the day for Raw or whatnot, and reels or like shows on YouTube. Thank you guys for viewing them, liking, comment, interacting with me and whatnot. It's always enjoyable. I really appreciate it. But yeah, man, until next time, say what's up to the dog. Adios.